Hey everyone, welcome back to Ragtag Stacking. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about everyone's favorite subject, which is silver premiums. Now, as many of you know, if you've been watching my channel for any amount of time, that I do live up in Canada, and I have noticed since I've started stacking precious metals that the premiums up here in Canada are a lot higher than I see on some of the sites down in the States. And there's not really many one-to-one comparisons where you can actually say, on this site in the States it's this, but up here in Canada it's this, because there is no APMEX up in Canada. There is no jmbullion.ca up in Canada. So you can't really compare those sites to, what they're selling up in Canada. But Silver Gold Bull does have two different sites. Silver Gold Bull has a .ca and they have a .com. So there is that one-to-one comparison with the same company on their American site compared to their Canadian site. And that's where this example came from. This is from a post that was on Wall Street Reddit and Wall Street Reddit. This was on Reddit on the Wall Street Silver subreddit, and they posted because they emailed asking Silver Gold Bull why the premiums were so expensive, in Canada as compared to the States. And before I get any further, I'm just going to jump onto the computer and show you this post in full, because they do have a response from Silver Gold Bull. So I do want to go through everything, including the screenshots that they sent to show exactly how much the difference is in premiums on the American site compared to the Canadian site. So yeah, like I said, I'm just going to jump on the computer and show you this post on Wall Street Silver. Okay, so this is on Reddit, and this was posted by aliceminer in the Wall Street Silver subreddit here, and it says, Silver Gold Bull replied to why the premium is much higher in Canada than in the US. And getting down into here, it says, I have pointed out Canadian customers are paying a higher premium than US customers, even if the price is both in US dollars. One of the apes told me to email them and ask. As usual, I deliver. So getting into the screenshots that they had sent to Silver Gold Bull, they showed that this is in silvergoldbull.com. Looking at the silver buffaloes there, you can see that it's $27. The 10-ounce silver buffalo bar, you can see $275, and then the Sunshine Mint buffalo is $27.78, and this is on .com. But then when you look at .ca, you can see here that it is $31, $307, and then $31.27 for the Sunshine Mint one. So you can see there's well over a $3 difference in premium that we're paying on here. And Silver Gold Bull is known as one of the more expensive sites to buy from. So I do find that you can kind of get a deal sometimes on some gold pieces, but very rarely will you ever see something in silver that's the best price you'll find on the internet. I find Silver Gold Bull is very, very expensive. So this is the response email. This is the screenshot that they had put into the Reddit post here. It says, hello, thank you for the email. To sell metal in Canada, there's a significant cost to bring the metal in. Additionally, shipping to customers has a higher cost. This is the primary reason you see the increase in premiums in Canada. Best regards. So it's good that they, emailed them back with a response as to why. And on the surface, yeah, that looks like a good idea because, these are American products here, these silver buffaloes, and you do need to bring them into Canada. And I know firsthand that bringing it over the border, there's extra shipping fees and import fees that you're getting knocked at the border as well. I ordered a 5-ounce America the Beautiful coin straight from the mint. And with all the extra shipping and the tax and the import fees, it was like an extra $100 tacked on top. So I do understand that bringing it into Canada is more expensive, so they pass it on to the buyer. Just it's a business. I get that part, but I'm calling BS because they do the exact same thing on Canadian products that they do not need to bring in. This is silvergoldbull.com, and as you can see here, 1 ounce random year Canadian maple leaf is $29.59, and then you can see the 2 ounce 2021 Royal Mint Creatures of the North, the werewolf coin here. You can see it's $59. I'm gonna leave out this middle one because on the Canadian site it's a different middle one, but the two on the end are the exact same, so you can see the price comparison. So these coins are Canadian coins. They do not need to cross the border. You do not need to bring them into Canada. They're not faced with any more tax. So you'd think that they'd be the exact same premium because there isn't that overhead of, say, bringing in the American buffaloes in from the States. But when you look at the silvergoldbull.ca, you'll see that it is $32.07. And the one that, what was it? I'm just going to go back quickly here. $57 for the werewolf? Oh yeah, well up in Canada, you're going to be paying $65 for the werewolf. So I don't understand why they need to jack up the premiums on Canadian silver that aren't being subject to the extra costs coming across the border. You know what I mean? I understand in the email when they're talking about those specific products that they screenshotted and emailed to you, but it doesn't. That explanation does not hold water when you're talking about Canadian products that aren't getting that extra tax and import fees at the border. So yeah, I just thought this was an interesting post here on Reddit because as I said, living up in Canada, I have noticed that the premiums are much higher on the Canadian silver gold bull than the U.S. one. Doesn't really affect me too much because, like I said, I never really buy silver from Silver Gold Bull because they're so expensive. There's way better sites to buy from if you're going to be going on to an online bullion dealer to pick it up. Again, giving them some credit, they do have deals on gold here and there, but never on silver. But yes, thank you again to aliceminer for posting this onto Wall Street Silver. And of course, I will leave a link in the description to this if you want to go over it as well. So there you go. That was the I was going to say article. That was the subreddit post, and I thought it was pretty good question to ask because it was something that I've noticed as well. And the response it did make sense for the, like I said, for the particular example that they screenshotted and sent, those being American products needing to cross the border, with the extra fees being up here in Canada, shipping and all that stuff. I do understand what they're saying there, but yeah, there is no extra shipping for Canadian maple leaf from the Canadian Mint to the out in Calgary, where Silver Gold Bull ships from up here in Canada. You know what I mean? They don't have to cross the border. And I showed that example where the Canadian maple leafs are cheaper down in the States. With the maple leafs crossing the border down into the States, I'd assume that there'd probably be the same amount of extra taxes and maybe import fees. So you would maybe see a higher premium in the American site for a Canadian product, but that's not even the case. You saw that it was like a $3 difference with the American site to the Canadian site for the maple leafs. So in my mind, that really doesn't make sense. But like I said, with the email that they were given and the screenshot they showed, they weren't lying. The American products will have those extra fees attached to them. But I'd like to see what the response is. If you give them the example of the Canadian products not, being affected by those extra import fees and taxes. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you are Canadian stackers, I'd like to hear if you continue to use Silver Gold Bull to pick up any silver. I did when I was first starting out. I didn't really know too many of the online bullion dealers, and Silver Gold Bull was a big one. So I did pick up a fair bit of silver from them. But as I continued buying more and more, I was realizing that they were on the high end for picking up silver. So there are other ones that I go to, but I'd like to hear from you in the comments if you are still going to them, or the alternatives that you use, where you are buying your precious metals if you aren't buying from Silver Gold Bull. But yes, that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you come back for the next one. Thank you.